material which has been recycled from the Cecil John Rhodes Primary School in a remarkable display of creativity, innovation, and environment consciousness. A group of 12 determined learners recently crafted an extraordinary crocodile artifact using recycled plastic and metal. This thoughtfully designed masterpiece not only showcases their artistic skills, but also highlights the importance of sustainability and the potential of repurposing materials. They dedicated this to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Dr. Edie Mnangagwa, because the club was his brainchild after he launched the National Cleanup Campaign in 2018. That's when the school came up with the Cecil John Rhodes Environmental Management Club. The grade 5 learners understood the significance of promoting sustainable practices and reducing the burden on the environment from the President's initiative. Embracing the idea of recycling, they collected and sorted plastic bottles, old cans, and scrap metal from their community. They transformed waste into something extraordinary. The learners embarked on the challenging journey of crafting a crocodile artifact entirely from recycled material. Each piece was carefully cleaned, cut, and arranged with utmost attention to detail. Working collaboratively, they utilized their individual strengths to bring every element of the artwork to life, demonstrating the power of teamwork, perseverance, and the value for collective effort. The creation of the crocodile artifact holds deeper meaning, symbolizing resilience, strength, and harmony with nature. Its presence serves as a reminder of the importance of preserving the rich ecological heritage and embracing sustainable practices. As a remarkable gift to our President, Dr. Edie Mnangagwa, this artwork symbolizes the learners' dedication to building a brighter, greener future for Zimbabwe. The crocodile artifact, created by these 12 talented learners, represents a remarkable fusion of art, sustainability, and social responsibility. Through their innovative use of recycled material, they've not only demonstrated their artistic abilities, but also inspired a sense of environmental consciousness within their community. As they continue to unleash their creativity and contribute to the well-being of our country, Zimbabwe, these learners serve as a shining example of how small acts can make a meaningful and lasting impact on our society. Cabinet received an update on maize and tobacco marketing, which was presented by the Minister of Lands, Agriculture, Fisheries, Water and Rural Development, Honorable Dr. Anxious Jonkwe Masuka. The nation is informed that as of 10 December 2023, the Grain Marketing Board had in stock a total of 235,095 metric tons of grain, comprising 188,353 metric tons of maize and 46,742 metric tons of traditional grains. At the prevailing monthly consumption rate of 23,000 metric tons per month, the available grain will last 10.2 months, regarding which the country's current stocks stand at 242,508 metric tons, which is sufficient to provide 11 months cover at a monthly drawdown rate of 21,000 metric tons. Cabinet would like to highlight that the Grain Marketing Board has a 46.8% market share of maize, 7.3% for soybeans, 41.3% for sunflower, 46% for wheat, 63.6% for traditional grains, which translates to 39.4% in terms of the market share of the total marketed crop. A total of 303,719 metric tons, comprising 186,341 metric tons of maize, 121,549 metric tons of wheat, and 5,829 metric tons of wheat flour were imported by the private sector between the 1st of April and the 3rd of December 2023. A cumulative 1,710 metric tons of maize at an average price of $310 per metric ton, and 262 metric tons of soybeans at an average price of $500 per metric ton, and 234 metric tons of wheat at an average price of $400 per metric ton has been marketed through the Zimbabwe Mercantile Exchange. A total of 31 warehouses have been registered under the warehouse receipt system. On tobacco marketing, the nation is informed that 227.5 million kilograms of tobacco worth $1.196 billion have been exported at an average price of $5.26 per kg, in comparison to 182 million kilograms worth $880 million were exported during the same period last year at a price of $4.83 per kilogram. Meanwhile, a total of 85 metric tons of graded cotton have been delivered across the nation as of 6 December 2023, compared to 55.927 metric tons at the same time in the year 2022. Cotco has received 69.419 metric tons of seed cotton so far. Cabinet also adopted the update on the 2023 to 2024 summer cropping season as presented by the Minister of Lands, Agriculture, Fisheries, Water and Rural Development, Honorable Dr. H.S. Jongwe Masuka. Cabinet would like to highlight that the rainfall is expected throughout the country during the course of the week. Farmers are therefore advised that the rainfall season has started and it is likely to be a short season. A total of 2,877,000 hectares is targeted to be planted for summer crops this season as follows. For maize, 1,782,000 hectares, sorghum 350,000 hectares, pale millet 200,000 hectares, soybeans 60,000 hectares, sunflower 160,000 hectares, sugar beans 55,000 hectares, and cotton 270,000 hectares. Of the total hectares, 867,000 hectares will be financed by the climate-approved Presidential Input Supply Scheme, the Pfumvudza in Twasa, and the rest by CBZ, AFC, NNB, and other banks, and by the private sector and individual farmers. As of 10 December 2023, and due to late commencement of the rainfall season, about 95,156 hectares had been planted compared to 465,707 hectares at the same time last year. The country has sufficient seed in stock to meet demand, with 40.8% of the available maize seed being of the early to ultra early maturity in terms of variety. Significant achievements have been recorded in farmer training in terms of the Pfumvudza Intwasa plots, and farmers have positively responded to climate proofing intervention during this El Nino year, with 87% of the targeted 11.8 million plots having been prepared. In terms of livestock, the government of Zimbabwe has instituted immediate remedial measures, including borehole drilling, hay baling, and enhanced disease management to alleviate poor livestock condition in other provinces. The worst affected provinces are Matabeleland South, Matabeleland North, and Masvingo provinces. Cabinet also received and approved the country's water, sanitation and hygiene program, which was presented by the Minister of Lands, Agriculture, Fisheries, Water and Rural Development, Dr. Jongwe Masuka, as the chairman of the National Action Committee on Water, Sanitation and Hygiene. The nation is informed that the National Action Committee superintends over the subcommittees of rural wash, urban wash, and water resources management in order to manage a whole of society approach to sector programming. The WASH sector working group brings together the government of Zimbabwe, donors, development partners, the civil society organizations, the private sector, and the media. According to the latest ZimVac Rural Livelihood Report, access has improved in terms of drinking water, which was increased from 72% in the year 2020 to 78.4% in the year 2023. And access to basic water services also correspondingly rose from 57% to 60.3%. Cabinet also notes that the defecation is fallen from 30% in 2022 to 28.6% for the year 2023. In terms of water security, Cabinet notes that while dam storage levels continue to decline due to the delayed onset of rains, the current national storage levels of 74.4% is higher than the 54.4% expected at this time of the year. There has been an increased electricity supply model which has resulted in Zinua's pumping stations capacity increasing to 68% during November 2023. A key highlight in terms of urban water supply is the establishment of the Harare Technical Committee to increase water production, to reduce non-revenue water, and to improve on the water sanitation. A similar committee has also been formed for Bulawayo. The Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, Honorable Professor Simon Mugura, as Acting Minister of Health and Child Care, updated Cabinet on the cholera outbreak situation as follows. The nation is advised that as at 6 December 2023, Zimbabwe's cumulative suspected cholera cases were 10,633 with 10,203 recoveries. The Acting Minister of Health and Child Care and also the Minister of Health and Child Care, they are set to conduct a field visit to Manikali province this week to assess the situation and also to find ways of solving the challenges on the ground. A number of measures by the Ministry of Health and Child Care and the WHO have worked on an accelerated model together with the ministry and have developed a framework which also includes the delivery of a huge consignment of cholera response commodities consisting of point-of-use water, chlorination tablets, fluids, and various complete cholera treatment camps, cholera beds, non-food items, mobile toilets, tents, and antibiotics from WHO. These commodities will be deployed to all affected districts and pre-positioned to other hotspots yet to report cases, making them ready to respond to any outbreak. Cabinet also received a report on progress made in the implementation by the Rural Infrastructure Development Agency for the third 100-day cycle priority projects for the year 2023, as presented by the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs in the Office of the President and Cabinet, Honorable Love Mo Matuke. Cabinet would like to inform the nation about the following achievements in terms of projects under RIDA. Under the road maintenance and rehabilitation, surfacing for the Kwekwe-Mvuma Road in Kwekwe district is 100% in terms of completion, whilst the Nyakasikana Kalanda Road in Rushinga district is 61% in terms of completion. Significant progress has been made regarding the bridge construction, which is the Gungwe Bridge in Gokwe, which is 100% in terms of completion. The Somgolo Bridge in Lupane district is 90% in terms of completion. And the Nzo Mvunda Bridge in Mzarabani district is 90% in terms of completion. Whilst the Muhume Bridge in Murewa district is 80% in terms of completion. The construction of the Halisupi pipe drift in Rwanda is 96% in terms of completion. And the rehabilitation of the Mashoko irrigation in Bikita district is 50% in terms of completion. Whilst the rehabilitation of the Pakanye Dam in Mangwe district is 50% in terms of completion. The drilling of boreholes in all provinces is 46% in terms of completion, while maintenance of boreholes has surpassed the target of maintaining 1,000 boreholes by 2%, giving a total of 1,021 maintained boreholes. Cabinet also considered and approved the amendment to the agreement between the Republic of Botswana, the Republic of Mozambique, the Republic of South Africa, and the Republic of Zimbabwe, which was presented by the Minister of Skills Audit, Honorable Professor Paul Mavima, as the Acting Minister of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs. The nation is informed that the agreement will make the Council of Ministers the principal decision-making organ for the Limpopo Watercourse Commission, so as to improve the governance structure of the Limpopo Watercourse Commission. This initiative will also foster closer cooperation for judicious, sustainable, and coordinated management, protection, and utilization of shared watercourse in line with the 2000 revised SADC Protocol on Shared Watercourse. Cabinet also approved the amendment to the agreement between the Republic of Zimbabwe, the Republic of Zimbabwe on the supply of treated water from the Bridge Water Treatment Works in Zimbabwe to Messina Town, which was presented by the Minister of Skills Audit, Honorable Professor Paul Mavima, also as Acting Minister of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs. The agreement will facilitate the transfer of treated water from Bridge Water Treatment Works in the Republic of Zimbabwe to Musina town in the Republic of South Africa at agreed terms and conditions, and also provide a framework for any such arrangements amongst the designated competent authorities. The benefits of this agreement include the following: an improved water resources cooperation and governance framework, improved livelihoods for the people of Zimbabwe due to generation of the much needed foreign currency, strengthened relations and cooperation with the Republic of South Africa, prevention of significant harm in the two riparian states through joint efforts in the management of water resources for the Limpopo watercourse, improved management of water treatment, water supply and sanitation systems in Beitbridge town due to foreign currency income, and equitable and reasonable utilization of town's boundary water resources. Cabinet by the Minister of Primary and Secondary Education, Honorable Timo. The assembly was held in Lusaka, Zambia on the 2nd of November 2023. Cabinet would like to advise that the Southern and Eastern Africa Consortium for Monitoring Educational Quality Projects are large-scale cross-national research studies carried out in the consortium's member states to assess the conditions of schooling performance levels of learners and teachers in the areas of literacy, numeracy, and basic health. The consortium has successfully implemented 3 such projects over 5 to 6 year periods, and a 4th project is currently being implemented. At the same time, Honorable Timo, Zimbabwe's Minister of Primary and Secondary Education, was selected as the chairperson of the consortium's management committee. Cabinet also received a report on His Excellency the President, Dr. Idi Mnangagwa's attendance at the Kusi Ideas Festival Summit, as presented by the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade, Honorable Dr. Frederick Makamure Shara. The nation is informed that His Excellency the President, Dr. Idi Mnangagwa, led a delegation to the Kusi Ideas Festival Summit on the 7th of December 2023 at the invitation of his counterpart from Botswana, His Excellency President Masisi. The Kusi Ideas Festival is aimed at establishing a Pan-African marketplace for exchanging ideas, seizing opportunities, and fostering innovations that catalyze and propel Africa's development on the 21st century global stage. In his intervention during the deliberations of the Presidential Roundtable entitled The Journey to 2063, the Presidential Perspectives, His Excellency the President observed that Africa had the world's most arable and fertile lands, and the onus was on its people to derive maximum benefit by exploring the natural resource. He gave an overview of the measures the government of Zimbabwe was employing as part of efforts in ensuring food security, including, among others, the 52.19 model, regarding peace, security in Africa. His Excellency the President commended underlying tactics by some powerful countries that purport to enhance peace, human rights, and democracy aspirations, while clandestinely funding conflicts and unconstitutional changes of government for their own self-interest. He also condemned the use of unilateral and illegal sanctions as a foreign policy tool by some states to coerce and enforce their will over sovereign states, including Zimbabwe and Cuba. On another note, His Excellency the President and President Masisi of Botswana converged on the need for the people of the two nations to be able to move freely between the two countries by utilizing national identity documents. This initiative is in fulfillment of the ongoing desire and intention by the African continent for deeper integration towards addressing the challenges which the continent encountered in its development aspirations. Cabinet received and approved the report by the National Committee on Drug and Substance Abuse covering the period 30 October to 23 November 2023, as presented by the Minister of Defense, who is also the chairperson of the National Committee on Drugs and Substance Abuse, Honorable O.C.Z. Mchinguri Kashi. The nation is informed that the National Committee continues to intensify the fight against the scourge of drugs and substance abuse through its pillars, namely the supply reduction, the demand reduction, the harm reduction, treatment and rehabilitation, the psychosocial support and community reintegration, and the media and information pillars. Under the supply reduction pillar, a total of 1,559 people, consisting 112 suppliers and 1,447 end users, were arrested during the reviewed period, representing an increase of 1,165 from the arrests reported last time. A total of 9 hotspots areas were identified, while 9 bases were destroyed in Harare Metropolitan Province and Beitbridge, respectively, with 352 million Zimbabwean dollars worth of drugs confiscated. A total of 30 drug suppliers were convicted, bringing the cumulative convictions since January 2023 to 809. Going forward, Cabinet has agreed that all drug suppliers should not be given the option of fine, but go to court in order to ensure that stiffer penalties are meted. The resource mobilization pillar has scheduled meetings for high-level stakeholder engagements with churches, traditional leaders, the private sector, and development partners to raise the required resources. The media and communication pillar is extensively covering the drug and substance abuse issues, the nationwide model to conscientize communities on the dangers and the effects of drug and substance abuse. The legal and policy pillar is consulting key stakeholders in the fight against drug and substance abuse, and is also gathering inputs and in order to come up with proposals on amendments of legislation and policies governing drugs and substance abuse programming. The Ministry of Health and Child Care is already working on principles for the amendment of the Dangerous Drugs Act, and Cabinet has also noted that the National Drug and Substance Abuse Response is on track and continues to be strengthened. It is a science-driven initiative based on a multi-sectorial and a whole-of-society approach. The National Committee on the Elimination of Drugs and Substance Abuse has also stepped up the fight against drug lords and suppliers. Police has provided names and a list of drug barons and suppliers. Some were convicted in court while others are on remand. The following are the list of names of the other members who have been convicted, while the others are on remand. Evans Dube, Leroy Bruce Tungama, who is age 28, Gift Maunda, age 31, Chinashi Murenji, age 24, Noktaba Svanda, age 31, Lindy Wemkhana, age 25, Onita Dube, age 31, David Jiba, age 48, Rakobi Matekenya, age 35, Shailin Mareza, age 31, Enimo Chiseko, age 28, Tawanda Sibindi, age 18, Tinashe Nyakunzu, age 29, Zenzo Mkiana, age 43, Simbarashe Mukucha, age 22, Hilary Motsi, Tembekile Zulu, age 24, Ronald Mkyanga, age 24, Honest Ndlovu, age 22, Linda Spanda, age 32, Salantine Zangare, age 52, Messi Muzulu, age 29, Hitler Tafadzwa Jungura, age 34, Ellen Munetsi, age 32, Christina Tsikwa, age 67, Bobby Kambangura, age 27, Tafadzwa Tambuza, age 21, Pride Jeffrey Machiza, age 31, Alabi Brahima, age 32, Kulekani Moyo, age 33, Nometa Mchemwa, age 25, Mary Mchemwa, age 37, Atomni Rudo, age 34, Boniface Mfundisi, age 26, Joseph Mlea, age 23, Nyaradzai Chipfuma, Kate Ndlovu, age 24, Cleopas Moyo, age 21, and Colleen Nyakarenga, aged 35. The Zimbabwe Republic Police would like to reiterate that through the National Committee on the Elimination of Drug and Substance Abuse, it will not hesitate to further name and shame drug barons and suppliers in any part of the country. And the public is also encouraged to come forward with any information which leads to the success in terms of a fight against drug and substance abuse. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister and Chair of this session.